Thanks for coming. It's nice to see a crowd here. So we expect you all back again in 3 weeks. So the meeting will start with the swearing-in ceremony. Then there's a little process after that with respect to Deputy Mayor and brief agenda. So I'll start with the Mayor, Barry Manuel.
I, Barry Manuel, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of Mayor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Municipalities Elections Act, respecting any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters. I will disclose any personal, direct, or indirect monetary interest that I have in a matter before the council, and I will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipalities Elections Act, file a campaign contributions disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Okay, sign. Those. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next, we'll have Mike Brown.
I, Mike Brown, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Municipal Elections Act, respecting any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office, and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interests to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters. I will disclose any personal, direct, or indirect monetary interests that I have in a matter before council and will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipal Elections Act, file a campaign contributions disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Brown.
Thank you very much.
Next, we'll have Rod Bennett.
I, Rod Bennett, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Municipality Election Act respecting any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office, and I will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters. I will disclose any personal direct or indirect monetary interest that I have in a matter before the council and will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual certificate of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipal Elections Act, file a campaign contribution disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Bennett. Next we'll have Mark Whiffen.
I, Mark Whiffen, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the municipality's act representing any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matter. I will disclose any personal direct or indirect monetary interest that I have in a matter before the council and will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipal Elections Act, file a campaign contribution disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Whiffen. Next we'll have Darren Finn.
I, Darren Finn, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of Councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the municipality's Elections Act respecting any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters. I will disclose any personal direct or indirect monetary interest that I have in a matter before council and will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipality Elections Act, file a campaign contribution disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Finn. Amy Cody Davis.
I, Amy Cody Davis, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Elections Act, respecting any manner in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office, and will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interest to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matters. I will disclose any personal, direct, or indirect monetary interest that I have in a matter before the council, and will not participate in the discussion or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipal Elections Act, file a campaign contributions disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Cody Davis. Hello, Sean Feener.
I, Sean Feener, do solemnly swear that I am fully qualified to hold the office of councillor for the municipality of Grand Falls-Windsor, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Municipal Elections Act respecting any matter in relation to my election. I will faithfully, to the best of my ability, perform the duties and responsibilities of my office, and I will not allow any direct or indirect monetary or other personal or private interests to influence my conduct or affect my public duties in public matter. I will disclose any personal direct or indirect monetary interests in a matter before the council, and I will not participate in discussions or vote on any such matter. I will, if required by law, file an annual conflict of interest disclosure statement. I will, as required by the Municipal Elections Act, file a campaign contributions disclosure statement with the required time period established by the Act, so help me God.
Congratulations, Councillor Feener. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your new council for the next 4 years from 17 to 21. So.
Just in case.
It's yours, Mr.
Do the election now?
You called me into order, I guess. Yeah, the election.
Okay, I'd like to officially call the first meeting of our new council for the next 4 years to order, and we'll get right down to business. Everybody will have an opportunity to have a few words before we're done here this evening, but first I'm going to pass it back over to our town manager, clerk, Mr. Saunders, to conduct the election for deputy mayor.
And the first duties is the election of deputy mayor, so I ask, is there any nominations for deputy mayor?
I nominate Councillor Mike Brown for deputy mayor.
Is there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Third and final time, any other nominations? Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Brown.
Okay, thanks and congratulations, Mr. Deputy Mayor and all council. And as I said, everybody will have an opportunity to say a few words after. We've got one more small order of business to take care of now, and that's to adopt the committee structure to start this new council term. And I'll just go through the committee structure in totality, and then we will ask for a motion to accept. And once we get that put to rest, we'll hear from everybody. So the council committees, Parks and Recreation will be chaired by Councillor Rod Bennett, and the members of that committee will be Deputy Mayor Mike Brown and Councillor Amy Cody Davis. The Public Works and Planning Committee will be chaired by Deputy Mayor Mike Brown. Councillor Darren Finn and Councillor Amy Cody Davis will be the members of the Public Works and Planning Committee. Economic Development, Tourism and Heritage will be chaired by Councillor Mark Whiffen, and the members of that committee will be Councillor Sean Feener and Councillor Rod Bennett. The Finance and Administration will be chaired by Councillor Amy Cody Davis, with Councillor Darren Finn and Councillor Mark Whiffen as members. The Exploits Valley Salmon Festival will be chaired by Councillor Sean Feener, and the council in its entirety will make up the members of that committee. And the Committee of the Whole, as by legislation, will be the Deputy Mayor. So Deputy Mayor Mike Brown will be the chair of our Committee of the Whole, and all members of council, of course, would be members. So there you have the proposed committee structure. I'll ask for a motion to accept the committee structure. Moved by Councillor Cody Davis, seconded by Councillor Finn. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary minded? Motion carried. Okay, that's the only formal piece of business we got to do this evening, so now I'll give everybody the opportunity to have a few words, and I'll start to my left with Councillor Cody Davis.
Thank you, Mayor. It's certainly a pleasure to be standing here again tonight and for another 4 years. My third term with the council with Grand Falls-Windsor, and of course each year has been quite a learning experience, and I'm sure as our new councillors get up to speed, which will happen very quickly as we're into committee week next week, you talk about baptism by fire, and it really is. And I'm looking forward to this council. I think we've got some great minds around the table, and it's going to be great. I want to say it's such a lovely view from here this evening to see the council chambers full with family and friends and supporters and residents of Grand Falls-Windsor. You're welcome here every 3 weeks. You know, we're always open to the public, and this is your town, so we would love for you to come back and join us on a more regular basis, not just every 4 years or in the event of a by-election in that case. Just some thank yous. I want to say thank you to my family first and foremost, my husband Wayne, my children Isaac, Faith and Teresa, who are here this evening, as well as my mom and dad Jim and Marjorie, and my niece and nephew and my sister are also here this evening, Jody, Patrick and Violet, and it's certainly very special to see them here tonight, because without their support I certainly wouldn't be here. Their support at home, their support, you know, during the campaign times, and just in attending meetings and picking up the slack and doing dishes in the house and making their beds and just, you know, making my life a little bit easier so that I can be a full participant of council certainly means a lot. To my friends who've supported me throughout the years, I really appreciate you so much. You've been a tremendous support to me. And of course, to the residents of Grand Falls-Windsor for showing me your support again, like I said, for a third term. It's overwhelming and very humbling, and I certainly appreciate it. To my former council colleagues, Councillor Bruce Moores is here tonight, and Councillor Tom Pinsent. I will miss you tremendously. Your friendship has meant a lot to me. We've had some good times around the boardroom table. We've traveled together. We've spent hours upon hours of time together, and I really appreciate having gotten to know you and to spend this time with you. And our former town manager, of course, Mr. Pinsent, is here, a little banged up this evening. I didn't do it. That's what retirement will do to you. You never got that many knocks when you were here for 30 years. But it's very nice to see you, and to all the staff who've been so supportive and are such a godsend for the councillors as we work together around the table. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you over the next 4 years. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Cody Davis. Councillor Bennett.
I guess my speech is not going to be as long because I haven't been here for 8 years. This is my first trip. I got a bunch of thank yous to send out. First and foremost, my wife Hilda, she put night after night, she Googled a campaign. She spent many hours how to run a campaign, and she done a very good job with that. So I thank her from the bottom of my heart. My daughter Alison is not here tonight. She's at Acadia University, Nova Scotia, and my son Jordan is at MUN studying out there, so he'll be finished this year, hopefully. My campaign managers, Jackie and Penny, you guys done a bang-up job. It was absolutely fantastic to work with you two all for the last few months. My phone committee, campaign committee, there was 30. I think everybody in Grand Falls were going to end up getting a phone call from my campaign, and you guys were the best. I mean, that was wonderful support. My sister-in-laws Dee and Michelle going door to door for me, and myself and Hilda, we did the other part. Thanks guys so much. Sean Blake and Rod Windsor took care of my signs for me. That took a lot of relief off of me from doing what I had to do. Thank you so much. I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. It was so great to see such a wonderful bunch of people here. It was fantastic. And last but not least, I want to say a thank you to the citizens of Grand Falls-Windsor for electing me to be on your council for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bennett. Councillor Feener.
Well, Councillor Bennett was a bit longer than I'm going to be, but just I'd like to say a special thanks to my family, my friends, my workers, Chad Haggett, my campaign manager, Kirk Inkpin, my signs guys. It was quite an undertaking. It was quite a learning experience. And I'm just so glad to be here and finally made it here. So thank you and take care.
Thank you, Councillor Feener. Councillor Whiffen.
I'll try to keep it as short as the rest of the guys here. First, I want to thank the residents of Grand Falls-Windsor for the opportunity here. I think it's an honor and a privilege to get elected to town council, and I look forward to representing our municipality. I'd like to thank my friends and family and supporters and everybody that helped me on my campaign. Anybody that's been involved in any campaign, no matter what level it is, it's a big time commitment and it's a lot of hard work. So I'd like to thank them for giving up their time to help me. And yeah, I ran a campaign of ideas that, I wanted to implement within our town to kind of complement what our council has been doing in the past, because I know there's been some great work there, but to bring some new ideas in. So I certainly look forward to working with my colleagues here around the table and the residents of Grand Falls-Windsor, that we can continue to make our community the best place to live in Newfoundland and Labrador. So thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Whiffen. Deputy Mayor Brown.
Thank you, Mayor Emanuel. Certainly a pleasure to be here this evening. Start my first full term and be elected initially in the by-election March 2016. I'd like to thank the people of Grand Falls-Windsor for giving me this opportunity and the tremendous support I received during the last election. Congratulations to our new councillors. Look forward to working with you guys and listening to your ideas. And congratulations to our returning councillors, Darren and Amy, and certainly congratulations to you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank my campaign team, some of whom are in attendance tonight, Mary Lou and Ruth and John. Thanks you guys for giving 110% for 5 weeks. Wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And certainly, again, to the people of Grand Falls-Windsor, looking forward to working hard over the next 4 years and making decisions that best represent the people of Grand Falls-Windsor. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Brown. Councillor Finn.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess I'll just begin by saying it's so wonderful to see the council chambers full of people, and I certainly would love to see more people participate by showing up here every third week, because everybody's here because they support a candidate either through being a friend or family, and so you're interested in the town. So we already know that, and so I encourage you to stay engaged with those who you support it, and let us know when we're doing it right, let us know when we're doing it wrong, and that's so important. So I certainly want to thank the residents of Grand Falls-Windsor for electing me for my 4th term. It's very encouraging to me, and that they show that repeated confidence that in my representation. So I'm very pleased about that, and I thank them for that. Getting here is being here is one thing. Getting here requires tremendous support from friends and family, and all of my friends and family are here. They're not all here. The school bus got broke down, but many of them are here. Some of them had my daughter traveled back to school. Certainly my wife and my youngest daughter is here, and my mom. For this campaign, my dad, who campaigned on all the previous ones, and unfortunately is not here. But getting here requires that significant support, and I thank them for that for certain tonight. And I look forward to working with you as councillors, and I've heard your ideas through the campaign. Now I want to hear them around the table, and I look forward to finding ways to incorporate them into what we're doing now. That has already gotten support. So thank you all, and good luck to all of you as my co-councillors and colleagues. Thank you.
Well, I guess I should start by wishing Councillor Finn a happy birthday. I think it's Darren's birthday today. So happy birthday, Darren, and I'll also be somewhat brief. Just wanted to say congratulations to everybody here who were successful getting in on this new council, some returning, some new. I think that's certainly a positive thing. I know talking to people around town, that seems to be a general comment that you hear over the last week or so. Some new ideas, some new energy, some returning experience, and I do believe as well that that's a good recipe for a good council. So I look forward to working with you all. Obviously, like everybody else, I think you don't get here without a tremendous amount of help. I had an amazing campaign team. I know that some of them particularly won't want to be singled out, but I am going to single them out. Reg Hamilton is here, my campaign manager, and Dexter Fewer is a good friend of mine who helped out, not here. Michael Antle is here this evening, who helped me out. Crystal Ford, Holly Dwyer, and Bruce Moores, outgoing councillor Bruce Moores. So thanks, Bruce, for your help as well. And that was kind of our inner core, but as everybody else can attest, you need a big group to be able to do all the things that need to be done. And it's no different in a campaign than it is on council. You know, you're only as strong as the group that are around. You need that support, and I look forward to the same sort of support when it comes to this council over the next 4 years. Obviously, I would want to congratulate everybody who ran. You know, anytime you put your name in there for municipal, provincial, federal politics, it takes a lot of guts, it takes a lot of work. So those that weren't successful certainly deserve to be commended as well for doing that. And I'd especially like to thank my family. Of course, my wife Holly is here, and her sister Heather and brother-in-law Don. I see my father-in-law Gene is there. My mom is here and her husband John. My kids are unable to make it this evening. I think there's basketball and hockey and school and work as keeping them away. But I know they're with me in this, and I look forward to a very prosperous 4 years and to keep going in a very positive direction for our town. I think a lot of people are looking in on our community with envy, quite frankly, and thinking that we're doing a lot of things right. We are not without our share of challenges like anywhere else, and we will continue to meet those challenges. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our staff. Same goes with your campaign team and your family and everybody else that you lean on. Without great staff, you know, you really don't have much. And we've got great staff here in Grand Falls, Windsor, right from the town manager down through all management and the union staff as well. And I look forward to continuing to work with them over the next 4 years to make Grand Falls, Windsor the very best it can be. So thank you very much.